Warning, the following images are not suitable for penguins. True Review here with another Top 10 list special, presenting this time with the Top 10 Best Explosions. The things that go boom. The Titan Bomber on Empire Earth! Yeah, we start off here with an RTS. This game is a fantastic play, and if you don't agree, then you must hate good things and kill puppies with your bare teeth. But enough about the Protestant faith. After reaching the last part of the Atomic Age, players are able to begin building nuclear bombers so they can dick all over the enemy. By advancing even further, you can upgrade this plane to the all-powerful Titan Bomber and really deal out some bus shit, mo bro. Or mo sister if you're female. Had to mention that last one for legal reasons. Otherwise the government would cut off my willy. But the devastation done by this bad boy is so much as to make buildings sink into the ground and kill everything in the nearby area, regardless of how much armour it has. And just for our enjoyment, we are treated to a nice little white mushroom cloud just to top it all off. The nuke grenades from Fallout 3. Just as a warning, there are going to be a lot of Fallout nominations in this one, so just stay with it. Regular grenades not doing it for you? Then presenting the plasma grenade. Wait, that's not good enough either? Well then I guess we're all out of...
But wait! There's more!
Introducing the nuke grenade, made out of a rusty tin can, a bobby pin... That's a hair clip. Turpentine, oh, and not forgetting a rare-ass type of soft drink that turns out to be both radioactive and highly volatile when mixed with gasoline. But what we get when all's said and done is one hell of a fireworks display. Who would have thought that a soft drink-based grenade could set an entire room on fire? These things are not only incredibly rare and expensive, but they're also devastating at mid-range, and all this comes together nicely in one big-ass colourful explosion.
I'll teach you all this in easy steps. Course of a lifetime you'll never forget.
The Redeemer Blast in Unreal Tournament. Whether you're a fan of the old Unreal games, like me, or a fan of the Epic Games-led newer version, like me, or even a fan of the Atari dynasty, not like me, every Unreal fan can appreciate a good Redeemer Blast. To the face! What's more noticeable about the Redeemer in these games is not necessarily what the explosion looks like, but the effect it has. The actual explosion itself in the first Unreal games looks like a moving white dome, though it does get better as the games go on. But even in those early days, look at the damage it causes! Not only does it kill everyone in the area, it completely blows them to pieces. There are no intact bodies left after the nuke has landed. Everyone's blown to shit.
Lane Goodman.
Boomer from Left 4 Dead. Whilst not offering us the most biggest of explosions, Boomer's explosion is by far one of the most entertaining to watch, as well as one of the most interesting. Taking only a few bullets to take this guy down, Boomer then proceeds to die in a manner which is fitting to his name. Mainly, he booms. It blows up. Upon detonation, players will find that the surrounding walls are covered in zombie pus, and there's half a Boomer left right there in the middle of the corridor. It's not a great defense mechanism, I know, but hey, he's called Boomer for a reason. Not like those boomers from Fallout New Vegas. The Bloody Mess perk in Fallout New Vegas. Well, this could be applied to Fallout 3, but that game will appear a couple more times before this is over, so I thought I'd just throw in some New Vegas just for you. The Bloody Mess perk drastically improves the gameplay for one simple reason. Exploding bodies, yeah. Despite the fact that this perk comes with a 5% damage increase on all guns, we are only interested in the fact that our enemies don't just die when we kill them, They blow up into manageable bite-sized chunks for no apparent medical reason. It's both very satisfying and fascinating to see a rifle bullet go through an enemy's head, only then to see that person's head explode, along with both their arms and legs at the same time. I've never understood how you can blow someone's leg clean off their torso by shooting them in the head, but like I always say, don't f*** with science. Don't mess with the bloody mess.
And my wife is dead.
I'm sorry to hear that.
High five!
Blowing up a row of cars in Fallout 3. I told you. This one works even better if you have the Fat Man launcher. Find a row of cars that are close to each other. Now go to the end of that row and use the Fat Man on the first car. Now stand back, well back, and watch the entire neighbourhood go up in an all-hell fire of nuclear explosions. To see a whole row of these things go up is, well, it's quite beautiful. It's enough to make you shed a tear. Except your eyes have been burnt out of your head from the nuclear blast like some kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark impression.
Just like for trees they falter. Be that one, make it turn. 4,000 make it happen.
Blowing up a building in Red Faction Guerrilla. This time in the Blow Up Shit series, you have to, well, blow shit up. But finally, in a good graphics format, we can at last see all of that hard work those Martian building contractors put into making these buildings come crashing down as a result of one Martian with an ASBO and his trusty sidekick Sledgehammer MC.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
1, 2, 3, follow me, 1, me, got 180 degrees.
Fear 3, Alma's nuclear contractions. Yeah, don't act like you didn't hear what I said. Cervical contractions on a nuclear scale. And I'm not exaggerating this time. Whilst in labour, Alma decides to share the love by tearing down the town of Fairport apart even more than it already has been. By using a combination of high frequency screaming, red walls of death, and making the ground tear a hole in itself, the overall visual experience we are presented with here is very impressive and one hell of an explosion. Let's just hope there's no actual exploding done when she actually gives birth. I mean, look at her stomach. Is she giving birth to a child or a boomer? Is that where boomers come from? Hey, imagine a boomer giving birth. That'd explain why a boomer keeps throwing up all over the place. He actually has morning sickness. Let's just hope he also doesn't have morning wood as well. Ah, boomer's a horny f***er.
Finally, we come to my number 2 man. His name? Number 2.
Bye bye Megaton, Megaton, bye bye. This is the last Fallout nomination, I swear it. The truth is, most of the best are in this game series, but who could forget the detonation of the nuke in the centre of Megaton? I've never felt any form of remorse blowing that town out of the wasteland. Mainly because I get a place at Tenpenny Towers as a reward, and that place is nice! And home to Herbert Daring Dashwood. Now, my flesh-rotten chum, you need to tell them how to blow up Megaton. Well, all you need to do for this is get contacted by Fallout's equivalent of Lucien LeChance, who's in Megaton itself, to booby-trap the nuke, rig the f***er, go to Tenpenny, and then that's it. But that's not it. I lied. Before the end of the mission, Tenpenny gives you the honour of hitting the detonation button and blowing Megaton off the map. The view that you get is incredible. Despite the fact that you're well out of range of the blast, it's so big and magnificent that it's enough to make you shed a tear. Except your eyes have been burnt out of your head from the nuclear blast like some kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark impression. Wait a tick. Haven't I already done that one? Or did I just go back in time? Oh my god, I must be Time Cop. Or I may have the power of the sands of time, but without that Jake Journal shit to ruin it all. Anyway, back to the point. It's f***ing awesome, man!
One more time.
That f*** off nuclear blast on Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Possibly the most memorable moment from that game, despite the fact that everyone else died in it, was the nuke that ended the US Marines mission. After finding out at the last minute that there is a confirmed nuclear threat in the Arabic town that you're in, you along with the rest of the mission personnel begin a mad rush out of the town before the nuke goes off. But unfortunately, somebody decided to stop for ice cream and held everyone else up, and by the time the helicopters took off, the nuke had detonated. As your chopper frantically flies in the other direction, you're at the back end of the helicopter, being treated to a view of all the other copters getting vaporised one by one until your own helicopter is caught up in the blast as well. The blast was so intense that the one thing that never happens in video games actually occurs. You actually die as a result. You come out of the crashed chopper only to stagger around and look at the mess the nuke did to the city, to then keel over from a massive radiation binge. And that's not even the end of the game. That's only about halfway through, and your character does not come back from it. He's dead. He was killed until he died from it. And that's it for this one, but if you would like to be killed until you die from it, then get in touch at the True Review website or kill yourself at True Review on Facebook. Remember, Facebook does not condone or encourage video games by suicide or bestiality, but the True Review does.
I want it